Moshi, good morning. Hi, been a while and I apologize. Make a mental note, Jordan, and basically just stop making, appointments in the middle of the fucking day. Who the fuck does that? Huh? Who does that shit? Me, apparently. Hello, people, indeed. Look at you, up and bright. I guess you'd have to be up bright and early at least for the whole, the work thing, right? That terrible work thing that, make you do that silly stuff and all that jazz. No one likes going to work. No, hey, that guy just walked right in front of me, but, oh, come on. I was concerned for a hot minute, and then I was like, so I don't know why. Hi, bunny people. I don't know why my game capture has now refused to work with Final Fantasy XIV, so now I gotta use monitor capture, so that's what it is, but that's fine as long as it works. Every other game, fine and dandy. I don't know, but it is what it is. So yeah, we're back. Hopefully next week we'll sort of be back into some type of normalcy again. Just, I think, I hate calling things and guaranteeing things, but should be good to go. But let's get some work done. That's the important thing. Now I'm worried that my chat isn't working. That could be the worst thing. Just turn it on and off again, because that tends to. Why is my camera like? I swear to God, I know I'm an owner of 3 cats. Okay, but it's just the mind-boggling thing of you don't touch anything, things still don't want to work. That's the way they go. But we've got some quests to do. Back here again in the Ruby Bazaar, level 70 tidings from the east. I think we're in the east, right? Did someone just walk by me and do something? Someone touch me? Better not have. Anyways, there we go. Run on off. We're gonna be playing as the Red Mage. Sort of one of those weird things of what else do I have that's level 70? Jordan, if you go to the classes and jobs, it'll actually tell you which class. Red Mage, and I think it's Gunbreaker, and then Bard has got to pick up. And I keep saying that I'm gonna do work in the back end, and I keep forgetting. I just don't have the time. My son keeps telling me to play Breath of the Wild, so I'm like, all right, I'll do that, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it, but yeah, it's just one of those things. So maybe what's Red Mage currently halfway through? So I had a thing of where I didn't want to over level something, and that's sort of the problem we're running into is God, I hate the lack of hats. I really hate it. I really hate this. I love the bunny, but I hate that they do that. I really do. Anywho, go and check out the peeps. Not the peeps that you get that are in peep form. My son keeps eating, but the peeps as in the peeps. The people. Greetings, honored sir. May I show you? And please do. Let's enter the Ruby Bazaar offices, the orifices, if you will. How about that? Has it really been a full week since I streamed? I guess so. What's the Hulk doing here?
My friends, thank you for coming at such short notice.
I mean, you're very welcome. I mean, anytime John Lennon asks you to show up, I'll be there, right? Just as long as Yoko's not there.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yuguri and Soroban are also involved?
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can...
I am come? What fucking type of English is that? Ooh, I am come.
My apologies. Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Of course. Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor.
Spelled rumor wrong.
Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched
I hate when they don't
to
use the
Kugani
King's
to
English.
investigate recent sightings of a certain individual. The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu.
Yotsuyu. There it is. That's what it is. Yeah. Get that together. Get that together.
I beg your pardon?
What, did he stutter when he said it?
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her.
Well, look. Me as the player, I've seen that they are both alive and relatively well. I mean, you know, for everything that came on top, it didn't happen.
We all did.
I do look pretty good as a gunbreaker,
I
though.
presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu.
Ooh, a look-alike. A doppelganger, if you will.
But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai?
Rogadan.
I dare say.
I look forward to getting that wrong every time.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
Yes!
While I've no conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Wasn't the last cutscene of them being relatively around this area? Maybe I'm wrong, but...
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old
We
pair
have let
survived.
Bobby Heenan know. Rest in soul.
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them. I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
No, Scott. I don't like that they don't give me the option of like the silent protagonist. Because if you don't want me talking, then come on here. Alright. We'll find Gosetsu together. Louder!
Thank you.
I can't hear you.
If Gosetsu yet lives, he will need
How
our
dare I
help if he
forget
is to
about
avoid
Wayne
capture.
Gretzky's cream. I think 12 minutes is the
Gosetsu is a
perfect
dear
spot
friend,
for a coffee
and
drink
we
right
cannot
there.
abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear.
That's a really nice deep purple right there. I've been looking at that 8-bit do. I have no idea how the fuck you say that company's name, that controller. And it's like a nice purple like that. There's also a black one and a white one. Basically, maybe it is Alphanode's controller.
Hancock, is there aught else you can tell us?
Alas not. But I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garleans' movements, and more besides.
The creepy smile. How dare you, showing off them pearly whites. I've yet to see a dentist. I have seen a barber, you know, but you know, even a tattoo artist, but no dentist. And yet everybody here has perfect teeth, so obviously something's working around here. The informant awaits your pleasure in the back streets of Sanjo Hanamaki. From its shining facade to its dark underbelly, few know Kugani as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take away from Kugani, my boat is at your disposal, and I shall see that she is ready to sail. I'll give Sorbonne a hand. If he's providing us a ship, the least we can do is supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. A welcome offer and an excellent plan. Without further ado, let us seek out this informant in Sanjo Hanamachi. Alright. We've got a plan. Is today like Owl Day according to the goggle machine? It very well could be. Very well could be. Alright, off we go. Alright, I'll wait till you're out of cutscene to send this, but is your Twitch chat busted? Probably. I was sitting there thinking of when you said hello, and then I reset it, and then I reset it again, and then it didn't work, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. So, like, obviously, why would anything work, right? Maybe oh. Let's fucking check. Let's fucking check. Heaven forbid anything fucking works. Let's go. Let's go. My Chanel. My Chanel. My Chanel. My Chanel. Okay, let's see. Very excited for you to get through these patch quests. Very good. I'll give you the heads up that I have a quick meeting at 11. Should only take about 10 minutes, but that's the only thing I got to do today. There's something about chat not working. Did you mean Twitch and YouTube? I'm assuming both don't work. Both. Let's see if that works. Come on. Survey says. Survey says. God damn it. All right, let me fucking phone. All right. I do have a quick fix to this. I don't know why multi-chat's not working, but that's fine. Multi-chat can be multi-chat. Dicks. Oh, sorry, docs. That's what we want. No. Jordan, pay attention. Jordan, there. No. Dicks. There we go. Ooh, I could add TikTok chat. Not even on fucking TikTok chat, but we could add it. All right. I love quick fixes. All right. That's, I don't know why the multi-chat ain't working, but the Twitch chat's now up. So I see you and you're funny. The ADHD is strong with this one. Me, personally, or you, or everybody? But it is working. You know what's going to bother me further, though? Is if the YouTube works. No, not YouTube. I gotta get rid of that. I don't even fucking use the YouTube Kid spin, but it's all skibbity toilets all the time. It's just a mess. All right, let's go with that. Yeah. Boom shakalaka. How about no that? All right. How about just boom? Just boom. Boom works. Boom doesn't work. Fuck you, multi-chat. You piece of shit. How dare you? Alright, now you gotta turn everything back up, because... Okay, there. Alright, back into the game. How are you, Biscuits? How was the weekend? Wait. Today is Friday. It's been a long week, and I just realized that the weekend is coming eventually. Not now, but for you. We'll get there, I promise. Did they change the sprint thing now? I thought I read something about that. Oh god, that's not the way I want to go. Like like you run and then you jog or something. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. This week has kind of sucked. Well, that sucks. Right? Ooh, Doc Brown. Great Scott. So, Stream Elements, what I need you to do is basically take what you learned from the Twitch chat and then adapt that into the multi-chat. Okay, so we can learn that, figure that out. How far they're sending me? Oh, into the Rakuza district? Can I, like, jump over it? No, that looks like that doesn't go anywhere. Oh my god, I almost jumped into the well. And we're sending our love down the well, down that well. Oh, it's Sanju. Oh, I thought this was a person. Today's a bit better. We got Evie's new GPS collar in the mail last night, so can't wait to see how annoying that's going to be to set up. And of course, it's Friday. Yes, it is. Well, oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, a rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Unfortunately, DJ Anime is not here to see Dwayne The Rock Johnson. His real name, by the way, I heard he like legally changed it. I don't think it's what was this? Howard? I don't think that applies anymore. It's now The Rock, right? Douglas. We'll get there. Eventually, that was on the list. Howard would have been better, right? Old school type of name, regardless. No, we're all here just to have fun, all in good space, right? This should be the place. Now we wait and see who comes. Generally, with enough friction, anybody can come. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, a long while indeed. Oh, it's a catfish. Knew it. Kyoto, a funny business, and you know what will happen, I trust? No funny business. Only loyal service and finest quality information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. No, but then Hancock already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. I have half a mind to call Lise. No, Lise, I beg you, no boots. I will tell you everything I know, free of charge. Well, the Empire searches for Yotsuyu, high and low, far and wide. Come to enlist my help, and they did, promising rich rewards for decisive information. And have you decisive information? We're two individuals sighted here, indeed Gosetsu and Yosutsu. Alas, seen them with my own eyes, I did not. But the Imperials are confident, yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. But here's something they do not know. A rumor, which you will find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rogadan samurai appeared on Kogani Dori with a beauteous maiden and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. It was no common katana either, but surpassing craftsmanship. Hi, Lothars! Working from home today, and you were in the office for disaster recovery all week, so it's nice to be home. Well, welcome back home. Was it a test? Or did you actually have to recover from a disaster that may have happened? Well, that is interesting, assuming it's true. Did you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No. Regrettably, I do not have a working relationship with the master of Shofukyu Shichin. That's a swear word in Japanese if I've ever seen one. Test this week and the following week. Okay, well, welcome home and don't overdo it. Now, why would that be, I wonder? If I didn't know better, I'd think he'd lent you money. He will help you, I'm certain. While we speak with him, I will make contact with my Gaulian connections and learn what I can of their progress. A glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure, but is it wise to let Namazu out of our sight? My silence protagonist. It's like joining a Jordan stream. I have to make sure the disaster is working, right? I mean, don't you feel like you're just working for free for me to make sure that the disaster goes well? Do not glare at me so, I beg you. To divide our forces is simply more efficient. He's right. Given the urgency, we will do split up. And so, I will go with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. Yes. We'll go together, and there will be no boots. Alright, let's be about it then. Good luck with the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Ruby Bazaar offices are, I prefer the fresh air. Ooh, I'm like, what's the makeup brand? Make yourself worth it, Maybelline? No, that's, maybe you're born with it, Maybelline. What's the one worth it? Something. Maybe it's a shampoo. Not entirely sure. I believe Alice says her task well in hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? We shall. I think it's Maybelline. Alright, well, hey, we got a greeting. Hi. And a lot of money. Yeah, it's like, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, right? That. I don't know. Alright. So let's go find a green tea set. If only I had a house to put that into. We'll find one eventually. Everything in order. Let us proceed to Kugani Dori and find the master of Shofukyu Shichin. What? Alright. Whatever you say. The giant bomb stuff was interesting, but mostly because we get to hear more stories from Jeff and the Nextlander crew. Jeff is just full of what? Oh yeah, for sure. So I read about Polygon, and I went to Blue Sky, and I saw, what's the guy who writes for Bloomberg, Jason Schreier. He put a message on that, like, oh, at Summer's Games Fest, drinks are on him for all the Polygon staff and Giant Bomb. And at that point, I hadn't heard of Giant Bomb. And I Googled it and looked up something, and nothing really came up. Only a few things really came up that apparently Dan Reichert had a stream, and sort of was burying, is it Fandom that owns them now or something? He was burying them and basically just giving them shit and all that stuff. But I still haven't really had anything concrete in regards to Giant Bomb, so maybe it's something that they haven't really put out, but most likely the writing is on the wall that it's not going to go over well, type of thing. I mean, like I said, Giant Bomb's been, in my eyes, dead ever since they fired Jeff Gerstmann. So Giant Bomb is a gaming website. That I adored, and apparently it looks like it's on the way out, as most games journalism is going this way. But as I was saying, like, I haven't paid attention to that site in a few years because they got rid of the founder. Like, it's one of those weird things. I think we talked about this before, but like, how you get rid of the founder of your site is very weird. But like, corporate like, there's a whole big story to that. Like, it's not just as simple as like corporate greed type of thing. I mean, it is, but it's sort of the, you know, they were one of the true independent sites for a long time, had a good group of people, that, you know, it was very rare to see among the worlds of the IGNs and whatnot, right? And now that's sort of what it's looking for. But yeah, it's looking like it's no more. Dan had a stream and said a bunch of things. He said he's done with them. Jeff Grubb said he was done with them, as well as a bunch of members. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. But like, I know Dan Reichert worked for them properly. Did Jeff Grubb work for them properly as well? Like I said, I like literally once Gerstmann was gone, I did not go to that website. I did not pay attention to that website. So I'm really just sort of going off of all of the stuff that I sort of am catching from people coming in on stream and whatnot, and sharing that type of stuff. Not until the zombified version. Okay. Yeah, and so now Jeff Gerstmann's gone independent since he got fired from Giant Bomb, and so you know, as do most people do when they go independent. You know, you start up a Patreon and you sort of go from there. But you know, it's working well. He's always about podcasts and gaming, and he hasn't stopped. And I was a little worried about Jeff. It was always good at running a show, getting things lined up properly, and I was a little worried about, like, how's this guy gonna do a show by himself? Not that I ever overly worried about it, but like having to be able to bounce ideas off of people and talking about games. But the man does it. You know, he's not doing some 3-hour bangers like he once did in the Giant Bomb days, but you know, a solid hour and a half of you know, talking about everything that's happening in the news and around gaming, and then, you know, every once in a while we'll talk about wrestling, and he does a banging job, and then he streams about 3 or 4 times a week as well on top of that. So he's got a good thing going. It's funny, like, that no one's ever mentioned this, and you see a lot of it mentioned on Reddit, and I think I've talked about this before with you as well, Lothars, but like, I know that Jeff Gerstmann's a very busy person. It's very rare, if ever, like maybe count on one hand, how many times he has mentioned the people he used to work with. Like, The people over at Lexlander, who used to be Giant Bomb East, who used to be just proper Giant Bomb, like, he doesn't really talk about them much. He talks about Dan Reichert a little bit, but like, and to be fair, like, I probably wouldn't want to talk about a company that fired me that I had found much either. So I could sort of see a little bit, probably that's why he doesn't really want to refer to it. It's just, it's dead to him, right? And that's fine. But like, I always feel like something went down, that they're all being professional. And, you know, it's just the way it is. And it could have been as simple as, like, he was their boss, right? Like, how many people are friends with their bosses, right? Like, not too many people. Just, that's the way it goes, right? And I always feel like he tried to run things where he wasn't the boss, but he just had to play the boss, right? So, yeah, of course. And on the fact that they also live, you know, across the country from each other. So not to participate in this combo, but I did forget to mention I actually got to work on a relatively cool project this week, and though that week it kind of, so it's nice. Oh, that's very nice. Huh. We might have had customers like you described. So many people come through. Difficult to remember. Perhaps you could jog my memory by making a purchase. No? Well, you can't blame a woman for trying. All right. She is not the pawnbroker we seek. Someone posted a Nextlander stream that had Jeff's stream popped up, so I would think they're good, but probably won't corroborate. Yeah, I don't think they'll corroborate at all, really. They're very two different things, right? Like, it's sort of weird. Of Nextlander, of what I used to watch, and they're not really my cup. I was very much always a Jeff Gerstmann, Ryan Davis type of fan. But it was just one of those weird things of like, it seems like Nextlander's going the approach of playing some older games that probably they always wanted to play, and you know, and get a good go with it. But it's, you know, it's just like a lot of streams. And look, I'm not saying this even as a streamer myself. A lot of streams are relatively boring, and you always have to add something to it to make it so like it's just not like I've always said this, like the amount of people just sit here and do this, and like, yeah, okay, yeah, a Rogan and Samurai and a maid never seen them. Now, if you don't have any business with me, wink away someone who does. The Jordan Sprinkle, if you will. Yeah, like, what's that guy? Like, Salt Bay? The guy got the little... just pop it on in there. Sure, yeah. Everyone needs to add a little bit to their stream so that they make them a little more interesting, per se. But I always found, like, for Nextlander, I mean, Vinny's probably the brightest of them, of that group of three there. He's, you know, he's got to put in a lot of work to bring up Brad and Alex, and it's not really, doesn't really do it for me, if I would say so. Ooh, a pleasant pawnbroker sounds better. Good sir, will you be buying or no? I'm here to question you. Ah, so you've heard tell of the Rogan and Samurai Katana. Small wonder, fun example of its kind. One memento, please. GTA 6 has a release date of May 26, 2020. Now that's proper, right? I saw people mentioning like they thought like it was delayed, and I'm sitting here thinking like, I don't ever remember them actually saying there was a date. I thought they were trying to do 2025, but that is exciting. I didn't know this. It was funny. Jeff Gerstmann brought this up like the other day. I got like I didn't notice that GTA 5 has an enhanced edition now, and I was very confused. So I downloaded it because apparently they make it look all pretty and everything. But not that I need another reason to replay GTA 5, but it's been a while. Hello, Cat. How are you? Dare I hope you found our pawnbroker. Excellent work, Bastion, and that is the katana. I know, just a busy week. I mean, nothing bad, at least this time. But just like I said, I had a thing to go to. We were looking at another apartment yesterday, and I sillily made that appointment like in the middle of the day, so that just like fucked up everything. The previous night we had we went to the Blue Jays game in Toronto, so that ate up most of that day. And then Monday and Tuesday I worked, and before you know it, like here we are, it's Friday, right? The one day I can fucking stream. So And also, this may or may not apply to you, Kat. I mean, Lothar's, he may understand a little bit more, but the hockey playoffs have started. And it's been rather stressful with my team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. They did win last night, so they're moving on to the second round. But for most times when I would want to stream a chill stream at night, it's they've been playing. So I sort of don't want to be. I want to be focused on what I'm doing. I want to give you guys the benefit of the doubt of focusing on what I'm playing, not paying off the attention of something on the TV and then losing my mind. So there can be no doubt. It is Gosetsu's blade. The craftsmanship is exquisite, is it not? And you'll be pleased to know that pledge has just expired. Wait, he put pledge on that thing? Interesting. I should be glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin. This is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and it's priced accordingly. But if you are serious, I suggest that you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed an interest. The blade represents conclusive proof of Gosetsu's survival. I suppose this could be considered a necessary cost in securing a safe return. Yet, it is not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation is scarce to begin build. I will pay. I have a few million. No, my friend, graceful enough for the offer, but I can't ask this of you. It's enough to know that Gosetsu is alive and well. Yuguri, wait. The Scions will buy the katana. Pray consider it a gift. And Master Alphinaud, your kindness is touching truly, but in matters of coin, would Mistress Tataru not expect to be consulted? Oh, come now, a friend would never have relinquished his blade were the need not great. And were we not bound by honor to help a friend in need? I say we are, and I am sure that Tataru will wholeheartedly agree. Oh, it's settled then. You have made a wise choice, my friend. Such pieces are few and far between. Now, if you would be so good to come this way, I shall prepare the necessary papers. Who cares about hockey? Canadians do. Canadians do. I have to assume, Lothar's, you're in that weird spot. Are you I mean, judging by how close in proximity, and it's not really that close, I would assume, are you a Winnipeg Jets fan? Or do you go further west and like the Oilers or the Flames or the Canucks? A Vancouver fan, okay. Boy, it sounds like what they're due for another head coach, right? I guess it would be a weird thing for you because Winnipeg, who came back, so I mean, as great as it would be to cheer for a team that's closer to you, I mean, for a long time, they were not in Winnipeg, right? They were, they left Winnipeg to what? Become the Atlanta Thrashers? And then Atlanta wasn't good, or was it they moved to be the Phoenix? Fuck, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Atlanta and Phoenix both don't have teams anymore, so. If I may ask, sir, after he visited your establishment, do you perchance know where the old samurai went? He's a friend, and we would return his weapon to him. A friend of yours, you see, I see. Well, I suppose I could, no harm in telling you, no sooner had I provided him with the requested sum than his pretty young companion began clamoring for dango. Dango is like penis, right? I duly recommend those served off at the Umaneko Tea House, and they did set off. Thither? Clamoring for dango. Can these truly be the same people? It makes no sense. Well, some manner of code, perhaps. But avails us not to speculate. Let's go to this tea house and see if we can pick up on their trail. How's a cat been this past week? How's Glitter doing? Better than last week. Well, that's good. Happy to hear that. Happy to hear the positivity. Skibbity toilets. She went to the vet on Wednesday, gained, I read that very quick. I was like, 200 pounds. Jesus Christ, what are you feeding that thing? And so that was a big yay. Now, look, Kat, I know not everyone uses the metric system, so these silly Americans who are reading grams, they're gonna be like, what? Like, what do you mean? We got her on a liquid medicine instead of pills since she didn't like the pills, and that just works just fine. Yeah, as someone, you know, as an owner of cats and having to give them pills, oh, it's terrible. I mean, I love seeing like stuff like on social media of like people giving dogs their pills. And like, you know, you'd wrap them in cheese and you'd throw the cheese and they somehow would find a way of still finding the pill in them and spitting it out. I always thought that was hilarious. But a dog would be a lot easier to give a pill to. But yeah, for a cat, you know, you gotta hold them down, wrap it up in a blanket sometimes. If they are not interested, then you gotta like pop their mouth open and then you can just squirt it in with a syringe, which I'm assuming. So I'm hoping to hear that she's well on her course to recovery there, Cat. That's good to hear. Oh, but of course I remember. How could I forget a pair like that? The most beautiful girl you'd ever seen, scoffing down Dango as her life depended on it, with an old samurai looking on. Not quite what he expected, I'll wager. Far be it from me to gossip about my customers, but he was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea, out of the reach of her family, no doubt, and when the girl had finally had her fill, they set off in the direction of the Shikozi Hostelry, presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. So Gusetsu makes for Doma. But this woman who travels with him, the more I hear about her, the more I wonder if she can truly be Yosetsu. Maybe. Maybe. Such a picky cat, yeah. Hope on the waves. Gusetsu's trail leads to the sea, and that's where Yuguri would go. Yeah, trust me, you tried everything. So did they give you the pill, and then they were like, you know, obviously glitter was just a pain in the butt, and then did you go back and say, hey, look, can we get some fluid here? Never cheese, just get the pill pockets. Oh, that's right. Those are the things that they're a treat on the outside and they dissolve, right? But oh, it's not good for dogs? I never knew that. I just remember my my wife, when they had a dog, he would love those. I mean, maybe this doesn't even count as cheese, but those like Kraft singles, they would wrap up like his medication in that, and he would love that. Yeah, basically it's like what we did, but help us, please. She's a little bitch. Yeah, people should know. Yeah, I should know that for next time when they want to offer those goddamn pills, if it ever comes to that. And while doubts remain over the identity of Gosetsu's traveling companion, for now, we can follow the trail. Come on, let's hurry away to the pier and make ready to sail. With luck, Alice will already have joined Master Sorbonne and Mistress Teru there. Alright. She's just such a picky eater. She only wants wet fruit from a single brand. Oh, that's like Coco. Coco only likes a specific. We did try something yesterday, and she didn't mind it. But she's very much just a particular flavor of a particular brand, and that's it. While the other two hounds will happily have anything that you put in front of them. So if your dog is taking daily meds like ours does, it's not good for them. Plus, some cheeses contain things that are actually incredibly toxic. Okay. Never knew. But in case I ever get a dog, maybe. Excellent timing, my friends. Mistress Alice arrived mere moments ago. All went well on my end. Giotto met with an Imperial officer and wheedled his way to some new information. It seems the troops who recently arrived in Kugani came directly from Garlemald. The Imperial's base here have been kept in the dark. And that's not all. A contingent of the aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment to the Ruby Sea. If I didn't know better, I'd say they picked up Gusetsu's trail. The new information matches ours, which we're quite certain that Gusetsu seeks to cross to the mainland. She needs that liquid medicine twice a day. I literally feel like her living nurse. So it's not that you're actually feeling like you're her nurse. You are technically her nurse. That's it. I'm sorry. Did I hear that right? You use Scion funds to buy Gosetsu's katana. At the asking price? I mean, we were in some sort of haste, and it seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here's the contract of sale. Pray see the man is paid. Yeah, we knew she wouldn't be happy with this. That's all, Spear. You agreed to this? Oh, give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. Best be on your way. I'm sure the Scions have more than enough money. But Alphinaud, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the offices as soon as you get back. Promise me. Oh, very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I return. First, let's go to the Ruby Price. If Kosetsu's already set sail, then the sentries there are sure to have seen him. Having to give Finn my rabbit liquid meds from a syringe was so awful. I've thankfully only had to do it twice in his 8 years of life. For about a week, both times had to bunny burrito him so he didn't kick the shit out of me. And they have really, really bad claws, right? Just like cats, right? Like if a bunny wants to fuck you up, it will fuck you up, right? Oh, see, that's good. Because I was gonna say, like, I learned that very quickly with Coco. She's the only one that you couldn't do that with. Like, yeah, you can just put that in her food or whatever. But the Coco, like, I mean, she'd be like, you can't always guarantee that she would eat all of her food. So it's like, oh, all right. And any other cat, you could easily put that stuff and they'd lick it up like all good. But yeah, it's unfortunate, like, for Coco. He has scratched me up several times, not on purpose. He just gets squirmy because buns in general don't like being picked up, handled, and off the ground. Yeah, fair enough. I assume this is going to be a small little jute. Tedder seemed rather vexed, did she not? Even the melodramatist, I'm sure our finances can stretch to a single sword. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we see her next. But I digress. We got work to do. And just so you said you had a meeting at 11? And then that's pretty much it for you for the day?
Right. I suggest we begin by learning what we can from the sentries.
Just gonna do one more reset and see if this works. I doubt it, but... You have the same problem. I have a method. Give her half can in the morning with meds, and hours later she gets finished. Give her the rest of the can. Well, that's good. Careful, you don't want to shoot that thing, you know, at, you know, that post. That's some great hair that guy's got.
What's going on out there?
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy.
Oh, fuck's sakes. When is it? What, do these Garleans ever stop? Ever at all?
We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
I wished I liked Samurai more. I just don't like the way it plays. An over-convoluted combo system, but... Is that airship pooping?
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy. But with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless
Yotsuyu is on that island.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
So I'm going to assume, Biscuits, that you are well ahead of me in the Pokemon Yellow.
We will help them, while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that clear?
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Soroban, we may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It shall be done.
It's almost beer o'clock.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
How about a boat?
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
The one and only time we had to give canned food to Evie because the vet thoroughly thought she would be having some gastrointestinal issues and wanted to try several things, so she got spoiled and she went on a food strike for a week when we gave her the dry food again. Had to sit on the floor and hand feed her every day until she got over herself. And yes, I'm already headed to the 4th gym. Yeesh.
Yeah!
That's not the most graceful dive.
Come.
Everyone needs a little bit of little comedy in it, right? What do we like break our necks here or what?
Leave this to me.
I gotta go fuck this guy up now. I've forgotten how to play the game. I don't have to like watch to make sure someone's not gonna die here. I'm so happy after all those failed kill attempts. I mean, that's the important thing. Let's maybe load up a couple of them. What are you? Come on. There we go. Show them what you have learned from the people. Is that it? Oh god, there's more? Up the stairs? I wasn't told that cardio was a part of this. Is our pet pills and pet stuff expensive out in the Netherlands, like sort of the same as they are in North America, relatively?
Lady Yotsuyu, we're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Yes? Okay. So it's a scam across the world, right?
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Wow, that is a lot of money.
Are you all right?
Not a scam, but just expensive. You have to be very careful, and I've been lucky enough to not have to really spend a lot of money on meds for my cats, you know, knock on the woods and everything. But they're like, the amount of things that like you see, like I always see like a post on Reddit of someone like, my cat is taking the same thing I am. Like, you know, obviously dosages and everything else would be the same. But then like, I've read that like, Amazon in Canada, you can't get drugs. I think you can in America. It's just the way that our laws work here. But I've heard that like there's a lot of like websites like that you can buy pet meds from that are a lot cheaper, just as long as you get the prescription. What I've heard is that a lot of veterinarians are now noticing this, because I assume they do make a couple bucks on prescribing stuff, so they're charging more for the prescription, and then like you go out and get it, you know, separately, you know, because so now they have to make more money just on them writing a prescription, I guess. But I don't know. I think your liquid's gonna cost 50 euros a month, which is not bad. No, that's far better than 1,000. Jeesh.
Is he all right?
Gozetsu!
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan, eliminate
Do you
hostiles.
do you even recognize who I am? Look, I know I changed from cat boy to bunny boy, but I am still the warrior of light, and I will fuck your day up, sir.
All forces, attack!
I always hear, I don't know if anyone else watches him, but I watch Caleb Hammer, the financial audit guy, because I find him hilarious and comical. And he always goes on about to people about like an insurance. And again, I can only assume that this is like I mean, we have it here in Canada, but it's they never work out like you think they will. They hardly ever cover the things that they're supposed to cover, and you know, they just end up being like, you know, like, oh, like, because he always goes on to people like who are, you know, financially illiterate and owning pets, and he's like, why are you owning a pet when you can barely take care of yourself? And then he's like, why don't you pay for pet insurance? And just is like, yep, $30, $40 a month should do it. And I'm like, dude, anytime I've ever looked at getting pet insurance, specifically when we first got Charlie and he was a kitten, and it was like $100 a month, and then it was like, yeah, we're not going to cover this, or this, and I'm just like, what's the fucking point? So, you know, just got to sort of make that decision, I guess, of you know, you just put a little bit of money away type of thing if to take care of your animals. It, you know, should still be good. It's just, you know, when the time comes, it's always unexpected, as it is for just you know, the same as a human. You know, you're never expecting to get sick or anything, so it's normal there, but they stop letting you get once a cat reaches old age. Oh, okay. Yeah, like for my two cats, like Coco turned 8 yesterday, Oreo is 7, and then Charlie is, I think, 3. So I mean, depends on what they want to call old or whatever, but did you guys like just stop putting people here? Great. I think I probably would have enjoyed myself better as a red mage here. I'm assuming we have to beat up this guy, but like, everything's a pain in the ass here. Oh god. Litter is 16. A true senior citizen. Like, is this Centurion guy doing something that's preventing me from... We also have pet insurance for Eevee. It's actually better than the human health insurance. See, like, I mean, for Americans, I'm so confused about anything. I mean, I would actually need someone to explain to me the like, so you guys pay like a deductible or something on top of paying like a monthly thing as well, or if you're lucky enough, I guess your work pays for it, I guess. I have no idea. I wish I did. Not that I want to really know, but like, correct, but also meeting time, so hold that thought. Will do. I'll forget about it already. These things all gonna explode or something. Is there like a... I feel like there's a button I'm missing that gets me out of shit really fast. Oh, never mind. I just saw it. There we go. I mean, it doesn't get me away from shit, but it, there we go. Glitter is so old she's considered geriatric. Do they, like, put her into a you know, make sure she's living the good life, enjoys herself, right? Is Cartesian's cat a hospice care? That's what it is? You treat her so well? She gets pills every day, meds every day. Her old folks' home is your home. Nothing wrong with that at all. What does that mean when Alpinode losing his mind? I hope this is something that's gonna like blow up the world.
Release!
So why couldn't you do that like earlier? Hey, look at that. Duty complete. Applause and applause to me, please. Thank you. Ooh, he card read good.
Gosetsu, thank the heavens.
Yugiri, my friends.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere!
Thank you for that lovely, lovely reminder. And although I did have a little bit of, you can see my current problem. So now I need to get another problem and make it wet again. So, we'll, be right back.
Committing a crime of the first degree. I'm not pretending.
Yeah, a beer right back. That sounds perfect. You know.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that.
What you formerly may be, Giant bomb pint glass. There we go. To better times, giant bomb. I need Jeff Gershman to come up with a logo himself, and then to come out with pint glass. I know that he's always talked about having merch and whatnot, but as an independent person, I'm assuming he doesn't want to have stock and inventory around, and it's been a while since I've had a Carlsberg too. Ah! Don't overdo it on the head there. All right, cheers. Cheers. Gotta get a sippy of the head there. Yes. My wife for my birthday just got me a bunch of different types of beers, but like I said, like my go-to is probably Sapporo. That's like my go-to, and I have a few of those or whatever, but like lately I've been going to Costco to get my beer. The last few times I've been getting to go, so I've been getting something from the Bench Brewery, it's called, and they always have it's like a variety pack, and I like that. So it's I'm very much, if you can't tell, I'm very much not like a person who just likes to drink the same beer all the time. So they don't stock a lot of foreign stuff here, so just mostly German, Belgian, and of course Dutch. But you know what? Those are some of the best countries for beer. So I think you'll be you're absolutely fine in that.
But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment
Goyo Supremo
with that woman in tow.
Welcome on in, the Taco Man. It's funny because specifically here in Ontario, when they're starting all the tariffs and everything, so they got rid of American booze. And so everyone was like, oh no, like what's gonna happen? Not realizing like we make some of the best craft beer here in Canada. Like, you know, we make our own whiskey and whatnot. Like nothing to really overly worry about here, type of thing. So, how's Goya? Sup, you damn milk baggy. Yeah.
Do not be afraid, Suyo.
Still hate them.
These people are my friends.
Still hate them. The weather right here needs to make up its fucking... I know, so, yeah... Yesterday was chilly and fucking cold and rainy, and today when I took my son to school, it was, like, what, 15 degrees outside? It's probably going to be, what, that's probably 70, 75 to you guys type of thing. It's beautiful outside, but yeah, if tomorrow is fucking cold again, then they can go fuck themselves.
Friends.
The weather people. The only fucking job in the world where people can be wrong 90% of the time and still somehow be gainfully employed. Everyone says we make the best beers. I would say, to be honest, like, it's really hard to fuck up a beer, right? Like, I'm pretty certain I could go...
But at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
I could go anywhere in the world, relatively probably outside of third world countries, and you can probably find a good beer there. So, you know, like, yeah, to be honest, like, everyone makes the best beer. I agree with you. I agree with you. Beer is not the hard thing to make, but, you know, as an enjoyer of beer, I've yet to have a bad one. Well, that's not true, but it made sense with the money spent on it. I'm trying to think of what it was I tried the last time I was in Florida. It was like $1, maybe not even $1. Oh, I'm trying to fucking think of the name of it. It's made by a well-known brewery. Like, I don't know if it's a Budweiser beer. I mean, I know, like, you know, in the Natty Lights of the world, I mean, I know that's terrible, but it was like sort of along the lines of, maybe, was it Keystone? Does that sound right? Cheaper than water. I want to say it was like something like that, if that's a beer. I think so. That was the only thing of, like, I mean, I finished the beer, but I mean, it was one of those things. I went golfing, and a guy went to pick up the rounds, and now it makes sense as to why the guy picked them up, because he probably spent, you know, $2 on 8 beers or something. And I remember I was like, oh, like, okay, this looks all right, you know. And Keystone's the beer brand. Okay, like, regardless, I'm pretty sure it was them. I think it was terrible. I could be wrong, though.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below.
Welcome back, Biscuits, and holy shit, 10 months, how, when? Congratulations, what's the name of our child, RJD? Good morning to you, how are you? Yeah, how did that happen? Fucking 10 months, eh? Edgar! Can we not name it that? That's better. Alan Poe. I'll go with that. Jebediah, it is. Jebediah Springfield. That works, yeah.
We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout
How have you been, RJD?
chance to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we
Am I getting close to a dungeon, Biscuits? I would assume so. I thought you mentioned that before.
On a desert island.
That I was X amount of quests. You know, now that we can actually sink our teeth into this a little bit.
She was with you the entire time.
Aye.
Edgar Allan Poe is actually buried less than an hour away from here, fun fact.
Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave.
At least it's Friday, right? Do you have any, are you traveling the world anymore, or has your wife said no more of that?
But it offered precious little protection against the fall. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
Do you want to come on down to the Golden Horseshoe area and talk about chopping it down for lumber, or what? We are traveling to the local state park, if it's not raining, to walk with the kids. Can I, do you mind, hold on. Which state park, if you don't mind me asking? There we go. English is hard today. I don't know why, but it's hard.
That was my
Are you technically? I guess so, right?
And I contemplated.
It's like our own little, like, rainforest here, isn't it?
Contemplated it long and hard.
I guess I also realized how big the Golden Horseshoe is. And Kusetsu said long and hard, so he knows that RJD is here.
Yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that
Swallow Hollow. It's part of a wildlife refuge. Oh, okay.
And
Very
together
nice.
we shall go before our master.
Yeah, yesterday we had the rain, so I don't know if I'm sorry that we sent it down to you or not, but crab people? Horseshoes? What the hell?
What?
So the name of the area, like the bigger area that I'm in, is called the Golden Horseshoe area because we're surrounded by what locally we call is an escarpment, and inside, like, you either live in the valley on top of the escarpment, or, you know, the plateaus, I'm sure what they called it, or on the other side of the horseshoe. It's a very big area, but it's shaped like a horseshoe. That's you know, that's where it comes the name from.
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
How much do I have to pay Tansui here to tickle my fancy?
Whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You don't go into Baltimore often, but we're going to see an orchestral performance there in a couple of weeks. Is it video game related of an orchestral performance, or are they just playing the old Michael Jackson hits?
You have my word.
Well,
Naruto.
Going? I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too before the Imperials.
He's an
decide to take
anime
another
guy,
tilt.
right?
Oh, and we'll overlook the tithe this once. You're welcome.
Is that the guy that punches things once? The bald guy? I don't know my anime. The Naruto Symphonic Experience. Is Naruto a Dragon Ball Z guy? I know that's One Punch Man. Oh. Aptly named the One Punch Man. As Tansui says, we should move on. I would not do for Yosetsu to be seen here. Now, if you know my sister, she will already be waiting at the boat in the nearby pier, so let's go see if you're right. Naruto is his own thing, you weirdo. Why am I the weirdo? I don't know what these are. What is it? What's his powder? Powder. What's his power? Not that terrible movie Power. Powder? Shit. I can't do anything right. Naruto likes ramen? Who doesn't? Quite frankly, I'd be a little bit more concerned if you didn't like it. I have to fight like every urge to not just jump off of everything and think I'm gonna hit a paraglider. Like, fuck you, Mr. Shift. You used to play the Sesquiwood, the what? What words are those? Why did I decide to fight this thing? It's because I almost landed on it, maybe? Why am I having the struggle bus of hitting this thing like, I know, right? Yeah, good luck with that pronunciation. Well, you know, Biscuits wanted me to say, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Fridays, and we didn't struggle with that, but, it was alright at the time. What was Powder like? I never saw the movie Powder. I just know it was like a really, really, really like white guy, like Powder, I guess. Was he an alien or something? Oh, obviously I butchered the pronunciation of that, so we're gonna try that again. Susquehanna. Susquehanna. Nailed it. I knew you'd get it once you threw in the chocobo sounds. Yeah. Kosetsu! Thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. And it was all I could do to restrain her. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Bastion is, anything could have happened in the chaos. But enough about me. We need to talk about her. It was a weird movie. Greetings? They tell me you've lost your memory, and that's fine, but I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you, not for a moment. So she was, if I can remember correctly, and this is going to be a poll here, she was the bad girl that had like the long cigarette thing, right? With the other bad man. And I think she had like a little beauty mark, like Cindy Crawford there or something. And then the castle fell on the two of them. And now we're here, right? Pretty simple. These people are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? I am. They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have naught to fear. All right, if you say so. Right. This past time we set sail for one, I would not keep Lord Ian waiting without due cause. Aye, and the longer we tarry, the more we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Kojin bear no love for Yotsuyu either. I shall deliver you to familiar shores. Near sorry, but not in the village's sight. She lost her memories after being crushed almost to death, but yes, okay. So I'm just making sure I'm all on the same page here. That's the important thing. You don't watch much anime, but I did see some One Punch Man. It was pretty funny. So is it like does he just punch people once and call it a day? Like, is that, or like when he punches people, like, does he kill them with one punch? Is that what happens? Well, here's where we part ways, my friends. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventually. Bastion, when you are not otherwise occupied, I would speak with you about my next business venture. Promises to be extremely lucrative, do not say lightly. And after the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffers and restore the smile to Mistress Tataru's face. It's a long story, but it's the Superman trope taken in another direction. Okay. Oh, come along. Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you think, plainly. A blade like Usetsu's is worth a fortune, enough to buy a house and furnish it, which you would know if you'd bother to check the price. What? I had no idea. This business venture of Sorbonne's, I'll give you fair warning. I trust he's been good to us. After all, as for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. Honestly, you'd probably like the show. It's very funny. Alright then. I'll have to maybe check it out then. Is it on the Netflixes of the world or whatever? Go back to Red Mage. You would enjoy the show. Saitama is quite the character. The joke is that he's so strong that after all the training that no enemy stands up to his one punch. That's all I have to say without spoiling. Okay. It's got like super serious situations juxtaposed. What the fuck is that word with hilarity, and can actually serious superheroes, and then he's just random bald dude who can one punch things to death. Sounds like a watch party. Can you do that? Like if you're a pleb on Discord, do I have to pay money to Nitro to watch that or something? We must meet with Lord Hien as soon as possible, though mayhap at not the Enclave. I'll send word requesting that he receive us at the House of the Fierce, where there are a few prying eyes. If we are in agreement, I shall scout ahead and see that the way is clear. Pray follow as swiftly as you are able to, and join me on the outskirts of Namai. Well, you'd probably actually want to get someone like me or Wolf to host with the... Oh, you guys have Nitro. You guys have WCW Nitro, eh? With Disco Inferno and all. Alright, going this way then. It's Chocobo time. Serious side jumps, eh? The game music sounds quiet. Am I missing that? Like, I mean, it doesn't sound overly... Master volume, BGM. Like, when I'm watching the levels, it looks a little quiet, but... All is well? Good. The others are hiding nearby. Let's proceed quietly, if you please. Oh, you want me to snack? Oh my god, the pixelation on that. Obviously, this guy didn't get the Dawn Trail update.
I'm returned.
Isn't Lord Hien, important enough to get that?
Save your tears for the morrow. For we who yet walk the path should not think too much on the destination.
It sounds like that. I think we talked about this with Biscuits before, but it's better than it used to. They worked their way. They did all the Dawn Trail stuff. Oh, the Dawn Trail just came out, right? But they did Dawn Trail is super pretty, I assume, when you get to it, and then they worked backwards, right? Because I heard, like, it's sort of weird. It's like I'm stuck in that lull part because Dawn Trail just came out, looks great and wonderful, and then apparently they did, like, A Realm Reborn and a lot of stuff. Because I'd seen on Reddit a lot of people say, like, Gridania looks great and everything, and I've been back there into the old cities, and I guess it's hard to really overly tell with the little bits and pieces, but this game has always sort of looked really good to me, but it's these weird upfront things of like people's clothing or like, you know, their armor like looks really weird at times, and it's like you couldn't spare the mustard on that, could you? I think they missed certain up close scenes. They worked backwards. They did a small update to those things before Dawn Trail, but I think they're currently working backwards on updates and probably have not gotten to Stormblood yet. But then why does something like Gridania and Ul'dah and Limsa Lominsa look like they got an update then?
When the hour arrives, we shall welcome what comes with open arms. And welcome it you did, even as the keep
like, look at
down around us.
You should not be able to count the pixel here.
In your smile, I spied a shred of hope.
Fucking
one
disaster.
which I have clung to ever since.
They always do the most recent and the very beginning areas because they want first-time players to have that. Oh, okay, that makes sense. So they did the very end and then the very beginning, and then now they're going back to working backwards again. Maybe it's pixelated so you don't see someone naked or something. What do you think? There's 3 separate penises here, there, RJD?
Gosetsu, full glad am I to see you alive and well.
We have played this scene before, have we not?
I don't know, I can't tell. It's pixelated. A pixelated penis, if you will.
That they are.
And he's got the Xbox logo on his arm. That's great. Phil Spencer did that himself personally. So the method is usually updates to the newest expansion and A Realm Reborn first and foremost, then they work backwards on. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Did I read correctly? Did Microsoft up their price like substantially on like everything? Like, didn't they add like $100 to their consoles that are like what, 5 years old? Because of the tariffs. But like, Jesus Christ, who the fuck is gonna buy an Xbox now?
Meaning you know how I feel. Wholly at a loss for words. Welcome back, old friend. Now then, though we rejoice at your return, it seems you have brought with you certain...
I don't know if it's... I mean, it shouldn't affect us Canadians, but apparently it does. Not that I'm overly interested in buying an Xbox. I'm not interested in it. But apparently, like, I think starting today, or yesterday, May 1st, like, everything, like, all the consoles went up, I think, like, at least $80. Controllers went up, I think, $15, and games are going to start being $80, $90. Basically, the game stuff, they're seeing that, like, everyone was like, oh, Nintendo's coming out with $100 games? Oh, we might as well do it too. People are paying for it. But yeah, they're all saying the tariffs because everything's fucking made in China, and Trump can't play nice with China, and China don't care. But yeah, that's the thing. I mean, if they weren't going to sell console, I mean, I guess this is sort of the purpose though. I've seen this lately, like a lot of companies are starting to put like in plain text, like if you buy something and it comes from somewhere where the tariffs are, like they're putting it like, hey, here's our cost and here's what the tariffs are costing. And they're basically making a point of saying like, look, it ain't our problem, right? Yeah, like that's silly. Like in Canada, we don't have no, like, you know, we're squabbling with the Americans, but that's not like we're not like when we get a system, they're not shipping it to the US and then shipping it to us. Like we're usually getting it straight from the source of, like, you know, so I think, like, you know, in the Nintendo Switch, everyone was like very worried because, you know, Americans were gonna jump up the price, and then they got okay with that for electronics and whatnot. But you know, I believe those are being made in Vietnam. Like, I mean, so, like, you know, they're not gonna ship them to the U.S. and then, oh, and by the way, here you have Canada. There are 4 that they get for you know, the 3 people that live there and the 1 polar bear. It's silly, but it obviously is something that they're getting used to just charge more people everything, right? So.
Rise, my friend. Tell me everything.
Everyone, let's count pixels together. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. Good cyan from Final Fantasy VI theme music. I hope I said that right. That's like the color, right? Cyan.
The Empire is bold indeed to send a token.
I keep seeing a reel on Instagram of Kermit trying to say the colors, and then like a cat attacks him or something.
As acting viceroy, Yotsuyu would have been privy to Imperial secrets. The Garleans will
Sure,
not
that
soon
sounds
give up
correct
the
to you.
chase.
The best type of correct. Technically correct.
Nay, it will end with her capture or her death.
Are you a friend too?
So she has no idea what the fuck is going on currently, right?
She claims to have lost her memory, though I know not if she speaks true. I brought her here that you might decide her fate.
So, Kat, I'm just gonna pretend that when you said, ah, well, whatever, and then you did a little hair flip, and then, like, you just, like, dawdled your head like that, right? Can't dwell on the negative. No, like, especially on the things of, like, that you can't change, right? Like, sort of out of your hands, right? Like, for the longest time, that was something like that, that stuff bothered me. Not, like, necessarily that, like, with the pricing of Electron or something like that, but, like, really getting, like, overly, like, annoyed at things and being powerless to them, but not realizing, like, well, even if you could, like, there's nothing you can do to fix those types of things, right? Like, it is what it is, right? So don't dwell on it. Look at the positive of things, maybe, right? So she is basically you. We are all RJD a little bit, right?
Regardless, the people have not forgotten. Her face yet haunts their dreams. She cannot roam free. We will hold her here for a time. Place her in Jufia's care, with the express instruction that she is not to be seen.
She has no idea what is going on like me. Right, yeah, no.
Yes, my lord. Come.
You come. Spelt come wrong. You are going to China in 3 weeks. So excited. Work trip?
No,
or are you like...
I don't want to.
Can you please... Can you get a picture of the Great Wall for me? Traveling for fun. Very good. Very good. Are you going to... What's China? China. Singapore? No, Singapore's its own country. Taiwan? Be careful of that. Fuck. Why am I like not Beijing? That's the one I was going to think of. Yes, and Chengdu. What about Changdong? Don't worry, our corporate overlords know what's best for us. Consume product, get excited for next product. What's a Taiwan? Never heard of it. It's a country. Its own country.
It's all right, Soyu. I will come with you. Be a good girl and listen to Yugiri.
Going to see the Great Wall, Forbidden Palace, and pandas. Ooh. Now, can I just ask? I don't know what the Forbidden Palace is, but if it's forbidden, then should you not be going?
From a hound at his throat to a puppy at his heel.
Yeah, I'm jelly. For as much as people wanna dick on China, I wouldn't mind going to see that stuff. Get me a can you get me a Louis Vuitton European man-made purse bag for myself for cheap, and then ship it to me, please? China is a no-go for us, at least for the foreseeable future. And you are a Dutch citizen now. Yes, you are. You're gonna join an organized tour. Okay.
If this is
a Chanel bag,
it is a remarkable.
Isn't that something like I keep reading that they're doing right now? Like they're making a mockery of like showing people all these like fancy bags, and they're saying like, "Hey, look, they're all made the same as these cheap ones. So here, get the cheap one." Might as well get the cheap one, right? Because that's the thing, right? If your average person can't tell the fucking difference, then what does it matter? Not because China bad, but because we literally cannot go because of work. Oh, really? You're not allowed to go to China because of your work? They would probably think you're spies. Great food, nice people, beautiful sights, yeah. Make sure you get a what's the Chinese beer? I can't remember. Is it it's not Yingling. That's like an American Chinese beer or something. Tiger beer? Is that it? Shitsitagato! Nailed it. I mean, Communist Party bad, but China not bad. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? They're probably gonna show Cat a good time. If you have certain federal government clearance levels, there are certain places in the world you cannot. Really? I never knew that. I didn't think China would be on that list. And then after China, you're going to Japan. Oh, very nice, but you know, so close, relatively speaking. Well, thank you for delivering Gosetsu back to us in one piece. We're lucky indeed to have friends who hold journey to the other side of the world to help us, and repeatedly at that. We have much more and more to think about, but as regards the Empire, we cannot watch and wait. Now then, seeing as you've come all this way, you must allow me to show you around the Enclave. I would not have you thinking we'd have been idle in your absence. The rebuilding efforts proceeds apace, and I'm pleased to say that we are now ready to welcome home our countrymen who are displaced by the war. Should they desire it, there's a place here for those who fled to Eorzea. Really never thought China would be on that list, knowing America's tensions with China. It's a huge security risk. I look at that from from a Canadian point of view of like, I really just only hear of China being like your biggest trade partner, which I assume is maybe not now currently and outside of those things, but I mean like, I never really thought there was like hostility really to it. You hosted 2 girls from Chengdu last year, and so I'm looking forward to seeing them and having them show you around. Well, that's good. And Chengdu has some of the spiciest food in China, so you're ready for the challenge. Your aunt still can't fly to China, and she's been out of federal government for a decade. She knows too much. Oh, we should be delighted to accept your invitation, Lord Hien. I have no doubt that your subjects at Revenant's Toll will be heartened to hear that their lord has not forgotten them. Where did I get a stool from? Oh, it's nothing. I just thought that Kusatsu and Yuguri would be back by now. So if you think of it from a national security perspective when talking about the CCP, it makes more sense if it's on the same no level as... See, it's funny, like Russia makes more sense to me than China does, I guess. I don't know why. Like even in Canada, if someone told me they were flying to Russia, I would assume like unless you had family there or something, I would assume like you're up to no good. but I don't get that take from China. Like again, like maybe just because I'm looking at it strictly from a Canadian perspective, and we don't have the issues or the national security issues, I guess. like you would. Like, I'd be like, enjoy your, like, much like I am, like, with Kat, like, enjoy your trip, have fun. Like, that sounds awesome. But, like, if Kat came in here and told me she was going to Russia, outside to visit Denise Varga, maybe, I'd be like, Kat is up to no good. She had to live it up when she was working for George Bush, W or Senior, when he traveled overseas as much as one could. Senior, non-W. They look at it as a high risk for things like espionage and leaking sensitive intelligence. Okay, fair enough. I get it. I mean, I get that perspective from an American point of view, absolutely. Just literally be prepared that the second, like, you get you land, you are being watched 24/7 is what I've known. But I think that's the same also for, like, London, England. Like, the amount of security cameras they have, like, literally you are being watched 24/7. I don't mind that so much. I mean, again, never suspect that you're in private except for your own home, and even then, you never know. But for now, we have taken Yositsu to a private chamber and assigned another to watch over, my lord, but I find it passing strange that the captain should leave his post with nary a word. That does seem most unusual. I mean, if you look to the man, we would be happy to assist you. Don't be throwing me into this. I don't want to help anybody. I want to chill out. And you already been to China a few years ago on a long layover. Okay, very nice. Because if you go somewhere that's high risk and they find out that you know things, you put yourself at risk for being picked up and detained and probably disappeared. Ooh, that's the fun part, right? We should be glad of the help. No, I search without. Mayhap you could ask our soldiers here if they know anything. I will join you. With respect, my lord, you should remain here. Should the Empire move against us, you'll be better to coordinate our response. Ah, here I was thinking I was in charge, but you have the right of it. Go on. I will mind the house. You also like living. That's a popular take. Living. It's funny. I just started to watch this guy. I think his YouTube channel is called Small Brained American. And he relatively travels the world. And currently, I believe the last one, he's in China. And he's doing it he tries to do it cheaply. So like he came in from another country and he's like, he had to wait for the border to open, and he's trying to like come in with like a truck by hitching a ride and all that stuff. And he made a big deal because, like, you know, I don't know if someone in China looked up his YouTube channel, but like, you know, he's funny about things, but like he's not afraid to speak his mind. And so he's like, you know, he got detained a few times for like 8 hours at the border a few times in some of their provinces, and when he's trying to like do other things, I'm like, oh, you know, to be expected, I guess. But I think if you were like a normal everyday citizen, you could go there and enjoy yourself much like anywhere else if you were not associated with a government looking for secrets. To live would be an awfully big adventure. And rules are so strict for certain personnel that even if you know someone in a different country and interact with them on a regular basis, you have to report all of that on the security paperwork. For example, it would have to be reported, and then you determine if any of those foreign contacts could potentially pose a... So someone like myself, if I was a Chinese streamer and, you know, and we had our friendly back and forths here, and you were that certain level of personnel, you would have to say like, hey, I watch a streamer that's in China that's funny. Don't worry about it, but we have discussed about surveillance, right? Yeah, that sounds like overkill, but I get it. You know, this day and age in this world, it is what it is. Maybe the Chinese are trying to steal our maple syrup. You never know. All right. You seek the captain. Oh, he passed by a little while ago. I wondered if I should tell someone. As it happened, he didn't look well. You see, I asked if aught was the matter, and he told me that the past had caught up with him. I doubt it was that. There are older men in our ranks. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's in the name of national security. In most cases, you're probably fine. Yeah, for sure. Captain Jafuya? He was headed for the northern entrance when I saw him last. I was going to go invite him to train with us, but you didn't hear to call out to him. If you need him, I dare say the sentry on duty will be able to tell you more. Indeed, I suggested as much to Mistress Alice, and she came asking earlier. Is something amiss? Not that I know of. You'll keep your your low-key tech job? Sure. How long are you going to Japan afterwards? I assume, what are you doing? 2 weeks in China and then a week in Japan? Aye. The captain went outside for a few bells ago, looking quite unwell. I'm sorry to say. This I mentioned to Lord Gusetsu, straightway struck out at him. I hope they'll be alright. Gusetsu too. It seems everyone's bent on joining the search. It's all well and good, but someone has to stay behind. There's no telling what the Empire's plotting. You go on. Alphnode and I will hold the fort. 1 week China, 2 weeks Japan. Oh, very nice. Very nice, cat. Well, enjoy yourself. I think I can just go up this way. The tigers! Rainbow tigers. Oh god. I like my job, and I thankfully don't have that level of security clearance. Now, if you're an actual Fed and not just a contractor, it's way more strict. But even you yourself, as a contractor, you still have to follow all of those rules, though, eh? 1.5 down south for Korea. Ooh. What about north? Have you thought about going to see that one?
By the Kami, your Lord Heian, leave me, I beg of you. Say nothing of this. I was never here.
There you are.
North Korea is closed for tourists. I didn't say you had to go as a tourist, cat. Just walk on in. They probably never seen a white girl before. I'm sure they'll let you walk on in. And you can tell them all about me. If they have access to the internet, of course. Wait, there's one guy who does, for sure. Tell him about me. Tell him to come on in here. What's his name? King Jong-un? King Jong-il? I can't remember. They all roll off the tongue so much. We could talk about haircuts. And the fantastic one that he has.
Forgive me, my abrupt disappearance.
You have your reasons, I am sure. Will you not share them?
Just to let it be known that if out of nowhere in about the next, how long does it take an interstellar ballistic missile to make its way halfway around the world to me? If within about 16 minutes, if everything just comes crashing down, just know that King Jong-un did not take kindly to me talking ill about his haircut. So, he had a bad day. And then I had a bad day. And then we all had a bad day. I think it's summer. I want to go to Iceland. Why don't you... Maybe you should make a choice to go to Greenland before it becomes an American state. I can't wait. Greenland, Canada, all becoming part of America. Great. Dennis Rodman's gonna go show up at my house.
Her master, when she was yet a courtesan.
I mean, he would probably love to hop on stream. Could you imagine? Literally just like Dennis Rodman comes knocking on my door, shows up, all of a sudden I hit it, right? Wish I had the kind of money and time required to travel that much. I'd be all over the damn place. Yeah, like that's sort of the beauty of sort of living in the middle of it all, right, Kat? Like you can walk to 8 different countries, I think, within the next 6 minutes. Nothing is over like what is it, like 12-hour flight to China maybe for you? I know I looked at like flying to like Japan and it was something like 18-20 hours for me or something. It was fucking bananas.
By the kami.
That's not bad. That's relatively doable.
She worked
with enough alcohol, anything is doable.
Her father was a regular client of mine. One day, quite without preamble, he offered to sell her to me.
You prioritize travel, no kiddos, or mortgage for me.
Some use left
I'd like to get like that. I mean, I already have the kid though, but I don't have a mortgage. Don't really relatively look like I'm planning on getting one. I'm really looking at, and hoping. We looked at another apartment yesterday. Well, relatively, it's a brand new apartment, so they couldn't actually show us the actual apartment, but the you know, the 3D models and all that stuff. And it's like, I've been very much more of the, like, I don't mind apartment living, like, it's, you know, especially when it's going to be a much bigger place and it's got all the amenities that you can't quite have in a 50-year-old building. So it'd be interested. So I'm sort of hoping that maybe that'll go through. But God knows. Hello, DJ. You're more interested in building your last house. Well, don't forget that shed that I get to live in. Don't worry about that either. Yeah, those Europeans and all those vacation days in a year. Although I'm one to talk, I have quite an amount of vacation time myself as well. So I know Americans generally don't get that much
when I first
vacation time, unfortunately.
I was struck by her beauty, and yet behind her eyes there was.
You usually buy 10 extra days, costs about 1,000 net, so I don't out of the 13th month and doesn't even feel that way. Yeah, that's pretty good. Being able to buy days off. Wow, that sounds weird. I mean, nice, but yeah.
It was no profession for her, but I knew she would be popular.
Is that considered a lot, RJD? That's what? 4 weeks off?
In that cold, bottomless gaze.
4 weeks off for 5 years with the company doesn't sound too bad.
The rest you know.
Is that Iceland? Reykjavik?
Her loyal service won the office of acting viceroy.
Well, you came to serve the Liberation Front.
So what's your reason for not traveling the world then, DJ, if you have no mortgage? Kat, even here in Hamilton where I'm from, there's I can get a cheap flight to Iceland, like literally I think $500 round trip. There's one that like does I think it's a trip once a week or twice a week that they go back and forth. And it's dirt cheap because I think there's an agreement that they want, you know, Iceland wants tourists, and so, you know, how do you get there? Well, you know, you gotta make it appetizing for people to come over there without spending $1 bajillion. Well, you gotta get that passport then, DJ. Travel the world and the 7 seas. Maybe not necessarily the seas.
'Tis said that the atrocities Yotsuyu committed were...
And an unofficial week from your boss. That's to visit the ballets, though, in Canada, right, RJD?
I bear part of the blame for creating the monster she became.
You can go to London for a weekend for under 100... Yeah, I'm jelly of that. I could go to London, Ontario... Wait, I can't go to London, Ontario for a weekend for under 100 euros. Oh, fuck me. That's not bad either. Italy for 2 years was 1K for round trip. That's very nice. But did you have your accommodations taken care of there, Biscuits? I don't even want to go to London, Ontario. Nobody does. Nobody does.
Joining the front was meant to be my atonement.
1K is a shitload? Round trip? Like airplane? Are we just talking airplane? Okay, sorry. I thought you meant like for the trip as a total, and then I got yes. That's about what it would be for me too. Super expensive. I get to go to Barrie again in July. Ooh, that's not bad. You're really bummed out that Dua Lipa was playing in Amsterdam during my trip. Then I found out she's in London the week after, so I just booked the ticket. Who the fuck is Dua Lipa? I need to understand that. The entire trip cost you $3K for the... Okay, yeah, that sounds more about for a proper European vacation. That sounds about right.
But the truth is...
I mean, the fact that, you know, I've talked about this before, we've generally still looked at doing Disney World, so we're going to wait until America stops being on fire. But, like, that's... It's more and more looking like that's like a once-in-a-lifetime experience type of thing, so I guess we're going to maybe sort of try to find that right time period to go with the little guy. You know, he keeps bugging. I feel so bad for him because, you know, at the age of 5, they don't unfortunately understand the concept of money or how much things cost. There's an older couple that are neighbors of ours, and the guy always gives my son a loonie, and my son is just fucking ecstatic, right, about getting $1, and he goes and puts it in his piggy bank, and then he's like, so that like we're that close to Disney World, right? And you know, I would never make my son pay for anything out of his own little piggy bank. That's a little spending money for him, and even then, I'll just take care of stuff for him. But you know, it's the little thing that he has no idea, like that, like, you know, he himself is about, you know, probably for a week in Disney World, probably $1,000, and that's not even like his flight or hotel stay or anything like that. The last time I went, it was in August, and it wasn't that busy because it's sort of funny as you say, like, DJ, because when I again, it's changed because it's many years that I've gone to Disney, but the last time I went, it was in August, and it wasn't overly busy because people avoid it because it's too hot out. I mean, it was hot as ass. RJD's ass. But yeah, it is super pricey, unfortunately. Come to Buffalo. Is the Anchor Bar still around, RJD? Is that the go place still for wings in Buffalo? I haven't been to Buffalo in a while. Is it still Darien Lake? I thought it was Six Flags. I have been to Darien Lake. It's been a long time. Canada's Wonderland is becoming better and better each year, so people sort of don't go to Darien Lake anymore. I remember it might still be applicable. I have season tickets or season pass to Wonderland, and that used to include going to Darien Lake, and because they're owned by the same company. I think they're still owned by the same company. So I think I could probably still go to both if I wanted to, but that would mean giving Americans money, though. People in the Netherlands get this thing called vacation money, which is basically double salary paid out in May. How do I get this? How do I get this double money thing? Darien Lake is about 5 minutes from your old family. Oh, okay.
I see. Then I shall recommend that you be assigned to a new post.
Ain't nothing wrong with clocking out at 5. No, I mean, I know, to each their own for their jobs. Like, as much as, you know, I think everyone still every once in a while complains about their job, I'm relatively happy with where I'm working right now, and you know, I'm not in management or anything, so I don't have to do that, like, you know, worry about being contacted outside of work to come and do shit. And, you know, I work my 12 hours a day, and then I get the fuck out of there, and it's, you know, not even an afterthought. So when you ride the Predator, part of that wood is from your old lumber yard. Oh, very nice.
I trust you have no objections, you Giddy?
None. It would not do to
How's
leave your
DJ
in
been
his
this
care.
week? There was a Looney Tunes building in the middle that I helped custom make the doors for. Oh, very nice.
I am in your debt.
Is that weed? That's weed, right?
Who is it that you seek to protect, Gosetsu?
Fixing to start the final chapter, or the finale chapter of Daybreak. Very nice, very nice. So what's next after Daybreak 2 then for you, DJ? There isn't a day that goes by where I do not see good things written about Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Maybe give that a whirl, DJ. You're playing Shin Megami Tensei 5. Very nice. Everyone's playing some wonderful games. And here I am playing an MMO that I'm 8 years behind in. And it was cheap. As well. Like, you know, everyone's out, you know, charging $80, $90 for a game, and Claire Obscure is, you know, like, what, 50 bucks? Waiting for a sale on it. So, guys, I don't mean this to in any way to be rude or anything, DJ. I don't want you to take this way, but I just ask, like, when you say something like too many people streaming it, when I think of something like that, I understand it from a perspective of someone who's like a very large streamer with a very giant audience, and you and I are very similar in audience. You know, I'm like, if I get 5 people here, so I'm just curious, it's like what you're getting at when you say like too many people streaming it. Is like too many people like in like our little gaggle of streamers that are streaming it, like that type of thing, or do you just mean like as a whole? It's like, I mean, I would assume you're not referring to like oh, too many people are streaming it, so therefore they won't watch particularly you or particularly somebody else type of thing. I was just curious. Someday in like 15 years, you will own a console for Expedition 3 and Metaphor Refund Time. Just get a PC, RJD. Do it. Just get one, okay? Just get one. Just go all out, buy a fucking $9,000 PC with a 5090 in it or something, and call it a fucking day. You'll be able to launch a space shuttle. They went back to old school RPG with turn-based combat with a mix of active and reactive combat, not to mention it's beautiful in the music. I think I also came across some wonderful things that I heard about, like that, like there's parrying and dodge in Claire Obscure, but like it's, apparently you don't have to do it. You can do it automatically if you wanted to. Don't die. God damn it, thank God. NSO just added Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. I haven't played it in 15 years. It's still pretty decent. First, you know, pick up a PS5. God, no. I think they jacked up the prices too lately. Thank you for your help in the search. Gusetsu has told me all that's transpired. I would not presume to defend the life Jifuya led before he joined the front, nor will I condemn it. Frankly, it's not my place to judge. I only say this. The Jifuya I know has been a man of courage. That he should feel driven to flee bespeaks the depth of his terror, and even now, Mitsuyu casts a shadow over the realm. But the question of what is to be done with her must wait. The Empire is on the move once more. You like to wait to stream games so that people who are playing the... Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Almost too much sense, DJ. We all know that there is no sense in this channel at all. Whether from the streamer or from the chat, it don't matter. But no, that makes perfect sense. There's no ATB, and yes, parry and dodge mechanics with a perfect parry getting you a counterattack. Wait, what is this, Sekiro? The Empire is on the move, and Bobby Heenan would not be caught in the back foot. So no clue what I'm playing next. May do a poll. People love polls. No, as I mentioned earlier, Kat, although I haven't played it, I've read that like the dodging and the parrying can be done automatically. You don't have to do it. There is a story mode, easy mode, I believe, that you can do. Which is what maybe I would do, possibly. While you're out searching for Jafuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship's been sighted over Doman soil. Are you sure? Because I have read countless times that people have said that there's an auto dodge and parry. I don't know if it's an item or something, or if it's part of like the story mode difficulty. But people have said like maybe that it's either not done automatically, or that you don't have to do it. I've read a bajillion things of people mentioning that. Again, I haven't played it, so I don't know. But I've seen a few people stream, and enough people have mentioned that, which is weird. But everyone that I've seen play is doing it automatic, or not automatically, manually. So I don't know. Guess I'll find out when I get there. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. Maybe another attempt to recover Yotsuyu, or a prelude to an invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminis. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way. So we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yuguri? Bastion? Can I count on you? I don't know where you read that from. It doesn't exist inherently. I'll have to look into that more, because I have seen people saying it. So, and it wasn't just one type of thing. So, but it also doesn't look difficult of doing it. Like the active time stuff. Like, you know, there's like, if you want to hit the X button, I've seen like there's like a little yellow marker when it goes around. And the pairing and the dodge, you know, just like any game, you just got to hit it at the right spot. Maybe someone made a mod for it, but Souls-like, where you have to learn the combat until it's the parry and the dodge. Okay, yeah, guess so. Alice and I would fain play our part as well, but won't stand idly by while common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. You would be glad to help. You are acquainted with Hakaru, I believe? Then I would bid seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they're liable to panic. I would be able to reassure them, and should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well. We'll depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Bastion and Yuguri. I mean, Souls-like combat, you know, is, I mean, I would say maybe that's a little bit of a stretch. I mean, I think Biscuits brought it up because of, like, the Dark Souls or the Souls games are very much known for either dodging or parrying, but it's not an art. I would call Dark Souls an RPG based upon like the very loose iteration of like you're playing as a character, you level up and you throw things in them. But of what I've seen of the Expedition 33, I would not really put it in with a Souls-like game. To Castrum Fluminis. Let's find out what the Empire's game is. You do know that easy mode makes them windows a little bit longer, so you're likely to actually get the dodge and parry on time, but we are playing on normal. Okay. And how many hours are you in right now, Biscuits? Let's see, are we going the right way? Where on earth are you sending me? I think you go through in here and then you come out the other end. This is always the confusing shit to me of like, you want me to go over here, but like, if you were to look at this, there's no way of getting over there. Let's find out. Oh, I haven't talked to the Falcon Porter. In the day and age where most games are, what, 25 to 30 hours on your average. I would assume Expedition 33 is probably well above that, but probably not the 200 hours that Trails game is, would be my guess. That sounds like a good sweet spot. Throwing on the Jordan multiplier, you're talking what, 90 to 100 hours for that? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, I don't know how the fuck to get over there. Clearly, I think this is the circle that you go into, but oh god, Tigers. Yeah, you run away. I mean, people are paying a lot of money for games with a lot less playthroughs. Obviously, I mean, if you're talking hour to value, I guess. All right, I gotta find the. Is there someone to talk to that will get me up here? Heading out? Yes, please. All right. Oh, here's the... What's the button to... Is it shift and... No. Control and space. I feel like that should just be a fucking clickable button on here to just dive. Maybe if there's a hotbar thing, but I'm not a big fan of having to remember to hit something. Yeah, I'll say though, the one thing that I've absolutely heard of that though is like not a single negative thing that anyone's really said about Expedition 33. Like, people have been loving it. And I love me some Dark Souls, so I mean, you know, for me, you know, you don't know until you play it type of thing, but obviously it's to each their own. Everyone enjoying seeing the chocobo rear end? Ah, the glittering basin. We're playing it, and two of Wolf's co-workers are also playing it, so we've been chatting with them through, and that's so much more very exciting and enjoying it. Bit worried because I tried Elden Ring, it was a bit too difficult. I still gotta play that. I mean, as someone who's played all of the Souls games relatively, I've not played Elden Ring, but I've heard that that's not the most difficult Souls game. The most difficult Souls game I've heard is Sekiro, which I enjoyed thoroughly, but that was fucking hard. But I think Elden Ring is just the same old as any other Souls game of, like, you know, eventually you just over level everything and eventually you'll be able to beat the bosses off. Good whack off. Alright, I'm gonna go take a quick little piss break. I will be right back.
I'm not pretending, I'm can search me. I'll give it all up just to be with you. I'm so happy. Now you got me. I'll surrender all my love to you. Don't you see what you're doing to me? I'm in love and I can't break free. Now I'm begging with you, baby. Please don't leave me hanging. Oh, oh, oh. It's a lockdown, baby. You drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping. Your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up for with the key. Oh, 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 yeah. I said lock me up for with the key. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Lock me up for with the key. Baby, it's a lockdown, baby, you drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping, your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up for with the key. You gotta take away the key, my baby. Lock me up for with the key. Keep me in there. Lock me up for with the key. Hey, pretty baby, come and save me. I got a confession for you. Call me crazy, but I may be committing a crime of the first degree. I'm not pretending, I mean what I'm saying. I'm coming in with my hands held high. Gotta face it, I'm not gonna make it without your love, and I got nowhere to go. Don't you see what you're doing to me? I'm in love and I can't break free. Now I'm begging with you, baby. Please don't leave me hanging. Oh, 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 no. It's a lockdown, baby. You drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping. Your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up for with the key. Oh, wait. Yeah. I said lock me up for with the key. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Lock me up for with the key. You can't restrain me. You can search me. I'll give it all up just to be with you. I'm so happy. Now you got me. I'll surrender all my love to you. Don't you see what you're doing to me? I'm in love and I can't break free. Now I'm begging with you, baby. Please don't leave me hanging. Oh, oh, oh. It's a lockdown, baby. You drive me crazy. Ain't no escaping. Your love has got me doing time. You're my attorney, my judge and jury. I'm pleading guilty, so lock me up for with the key. Oh, 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 yeah. I said lock me up for with the key. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Lock me up for with the key.
It's the 2 cups of coffee I had beforehand, cat. That's what did it into me. That's what did it. This is still the weirdest thing to me of coming into like, where's the ambiance music here? Like, why do I not hear any music going on? Why is it so quiet? There should be screaming at me, some type of Final Fantasy music or something. The area is secure whatever our visitors' purpose. They plainly believe they can achieve it alone. See, now I hear music. The crops should come into view at any moment. Let's await them inside the castrum. Maybe it's just super quiet to me. I don't know. It's coming right for us. I did adjust it. The thing is, I don't want to make it, like when I'm watching my levels.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
It sounds fine, but I really can't. Maybe I'm going deaf. I don't fucking know.
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say?
I'll take a look at it again, because, like...
Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Like, I mean, like, when they talk, it's more than adequately loud enough, especially for the levels. Like, it's not popping into the reds or anything like that. Like, but, I don't know.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
What word did you just say? Reconnoiter. They're just fucking making up words here in Japan.
Nay, that won't be necessary.
What are you, a horse?
We will meet
Nay.
them openly. I would welcome this student of Dorman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
I keep reminding myself because I want to try out that other program that's similar to OBS called Meld. But, I just haven't had the time, but, fancy outfit, terrible haircut.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
That guy shares the name of a beer that I like. Asahi.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due.
Reconnoitre means to make a military tactical observation. You've heard recon. That's what that's short for. Oh. I thought recon was short for reconnaissance.
Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Another cat wants out. I'll get it for you. All right.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sas Brutus.
Asahi, not Asahi.
Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan and Yotsu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself. Not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady.
We haven't met this guy before yet, right? This is our first iteration. Reconnaissance, yes, but reconnoiter is the formal verb of reconnaissance. I'm never going to say that word ever again.
It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain.
The same thing,
I
okay.
come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, his radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice.
Reconnaissance is the noun. Reconnoiter is the verb. You think I know what those words mean? Noun, verb? Stop making stuff up. Next thing you're gonna be telling me about consonants and vowels.
Peace with Dorma.
Proper nouns and all this stuff.
Well then, we have much to discuss.
Your haircut and garb. I know, right? Like, I'm getting such bad vibes from this guy. Like, this guy is saying the right things, but like, dude, I don't believe a word that's coming out of your mouth.
Gladly, my lord.
Welcome to the 1990s. Why the fuck am I lying? You always lying. It's what I do. I lie. Cheat. Steal. Morty! Jesus, how'd you get that one out? No, not me, Dordan. Asahi. Oh, that guy. He's the guy that's lying. Okay. We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yuguri, pray go on ahead to the Yuzuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Can I just take your little ship here and go up to where the other ship is? And no. Where are we going here? Not even here? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Ah, don't attack me, you jackaninnies. Blade hands? You're scaring the children. I gotta be pretty close to some new dungeon. I think that's the most I've ever seen the free company talk in a long time. Bye, Fang. What about hello, Fang? I need to do something about my inventory. 2 more spaces left. It's gonna be all over soon. I keep giving stuff to my guy in the city and he just doesn't sell it enough, man. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you're ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. This guy shows up in an airship. And then we're gonna take him in a shitty little boat like that. Why, dude? You had the ability to fly. Why didn't you just fly right to the? All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Do you seek passage? Sure do. Take me there, please. Is this a new place? I should probably... Yep. We got a couple things. Let's go straight over here and grab that other aetheryte. Biscuits, you said you're all done with your meetings and everything. Is there a dungeon coming up? Do you want to do another one, like a leveling dungeon? Whatever floats your boat. Maybe it doesn't float your boat. I don't know. Do we own boats? Oh, right. Fuck, I'm running around here like an idiot when I could be just stumbling around with a chocobo. Ooh, someone here plays cards too. You have a trial in 8 quests, but not sure. I mean, normal time, another hour and a half will probably where it'll take me. So can I finish 8 quests in an hour and a half while you people are talking about beer and reconnaisseurs or whatever? We will not get to it today. All right then. I love your confidence. Are we getting near the end of Stormblood? I know. I haven't looked on the lodestone in a while, so... Because usually I would have that up separately so I can look up to see how close I am to the end without like being spoiled in any way. Once you get to that trial, you'll be about halfway through. Jesus Christ, this is a lot of fucking post stuff. All right, Dick 1. Let's go. Let's try. Chaos. Oh, I don't like the names of chaos here. Oh, you're making me fucking play the... God damn it. Oh, remind me to fix them. A fucking cut... I swear to God, this was meant for me to lose, regardless. It just feels like a lot because last Friday you hadn't played in a while and some of those quests are a bit longer. Okay. I'm sure it doesn't really overly feel like that much, but like it's, you know, it can. Alright, voice is at 40 and yet somehow the BGM at 35 sounds ridiculous. System sound, all the other stuff, voice is at 40, yeah, that sounds... Alright. Alright, that sounds a little bit better. I think I'm just going deaf, to be honest. There you are, Bastion. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in that time. We even have an 8th right now. Courtesy of Onishishishishish. Be sure to attune to it, would you? And once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using that thing. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when we start talking. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollowing posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphnode and Alice will also be there. You only need eat and drink and look imposing. Say you'll come. Yeah, I'll be there. Dude, you mentioned drink. I'm there. I'm assuming you meant alcoholic beverages. When you're ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Keemkin. The guardsman will see you in. Alright, I'm gonna go and stop at my, not that, like, look. I look at this, I have no idea what the fuck to go and get rid of here. Like, I know I have a lot of this shit that I could probably sell, like, and, you know, if and when I want to start doing crafting and whatnot, but I honestly look at this and go, I have no idea what the fuck to do. Honest to goodness. I mean, I'm sure this is all just dog shit. Useless shit. Are you still even selling shit? What's the main event of Backlash? After WrestleMania, I've become uninterested again. Orton versus Cena. Okay. Slots filled. 0. Wait, he has no fucking... What the fuck am I doing here? My retainer has nothing? What am I doing with my life? Alright, I have no duplicates. I mean, I guess I could just at least get rid of the... What I wouldn't give for the ability to, you know, click and drag stuff, for crying out loud. So that I could, you know, not have to click on everything individually. These sinews. And this isn't even really clearing up my situation here at all. This is just putting it to somewhere else. So it's one of the, what do they say, like, you know, if it's not in sight, you know, don't worry about it, whatever that stupid saying is. Out of sight, out of mind, I think it's the saying I'm going for here. Alright. And why is my retainer such a piece of shit? Like, why is it like, what do you even need a retainer for? Dude, I just gave you 67 fucking items. Fucking relax. Is the thought that Orton's gonna beat Cena for the title? You know, he's got his 17 championships type of thing, or what? Don't be alarmed, but there's a dog here. Can't even offer our guests a chair.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
I was told there would be food and beverage.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory.
Let me just get one more drink. shocking everybody. Coca-Cola. That's just what I need. Hits the spot. People are gonna be like, what? You fucking drank stuff that wasn't beer? Alcohol? Yes. I do not just run on alcohol, despite what it may look like. Ah! Sure fizzes up a lot more than alcohol. I just felt like one. You know, like those things, like you just need a Coke. A Coke hits like that weird spot. God damn it, it's like fizzing everywhere. That's all over my hands and it made them sticky. Fuck's sakes. I know a lot of people don't really drink like a normal Coke for whatever reason, and thank you for calling it pop, by the way, but like I just could not drink like a Diet Coke, or I know to each their own, but geez, just the taste just does not sit there. An orange cream Coke, that's out there. You lucky Americans get all the flavors of the rainbow. You've been really good about not drinking pop the last few months here and there. I've been really into Poppy as a replacement. What is Poppy? I think you've said this before, but...
While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong
I wanted to
goal
ask you guys this.
to rid the world of icons.
If you guys were to order or have a cream soda, what color is a cream soda? Maryland's trying its best to get me to say soda, and I've slipped up a few times with it. Now, do people know what pop is in the Mario Land of Oz, or do they just look at you like you got 7 heads and wait for you to say soda?
Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist.
Oh, so you do have the red cream soda and then cream soda.
In his wisdom,
so we don't really have the other...
the possibility
We just
of an
have like the
alliance
red
to
cream
combat
soda
this
here.
common
We don't
threat.
have the yellow-ish one. But what if you don't want a Coke, though, DJ? Like, I mean, I get being specific about, you know, when you say you want a Coke or a Pepsi, but like, if you're, you know, if you were to say like, what pops do you have? Like in Canada, that's normal. They're gonna bang off on you what they say, but like, I would never say like, what sodas do you have?
On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korjin's practice of it, his radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Doma has never shown any appetite for summoning. And it should go without
Anything but
saying,
Pepsi.
we will address
Pepsi
any
it
threat
is.
to our people, icon or otherwise.
So DJ, you're the person that when you go to a restaurant and you say a Coke and they say, is Pepsi okay? You lose your mind. It's never okay, but I'll have it. Poppy is a prebiotic pop with very low calorie and only 5 grams of sugar. See, I think that's
With
probably...
regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme
They always interrupt me
provocation.
when I'm talking.
When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection.
I always feel like that's the problem with a lot of sodas. Is like, you know, like if you're trying to, you know, watch your health and not necessarily go the sugar way, like all of the 0 sugar sodas are dog shit. Right? But, you know, or they try to like throw an aspartame or something. But the, you know, like if you can put less sugar in it. Like, I feel like, you know, there's going to be that happy medium. Like, I feel like this Coke that I just poured myself probably has like 50 grams of sugar in it. I've never had a poppy before. I'm going to have to maybe look them up and try it one day.
There are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Wait, he's even got the Xbox icon on his forehead.
But apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
You made your own ice cream last weekend. No churning was amazing. Did vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Isn't that like Neapolitan or something? Oh, a Neapolitan, if you would. I always got to read ahead a little bit forward there. What do you mean no churning? Is the churning the thing that I see with those butter people where they're like jacking off butter and then it turns to butter? So you did not jack off your ice cream, is what you're telling me? Yeah, those butter people. You know, Mrs. Butterworth. The syrup woman. How else would you describe
A
them?
tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be
Expect me to
through
type it
might,
in?
but harmony.
What are the names
Yet
of
we
people?
continue
Okay,
to
Google.
repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history.
What are the name of people who make butter? Butter makers, sorry. Okay, shut the fuck up, Google. Jesus Christ. Butter people, butter makers, whatever. You put the vanilla into a fresh squeezed orange juice and then some sparkling water. Ooh, fancy.
My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear.
Oreo, what are you doing? Oreo! Out of his toys. Just used your mixer, no rock salt or ice cream makers.
Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald.
What, like one of those like big
obstruct of
KitchenAid
every
makers?
Attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy.
Not necessarily has to be KitchenAid, but you know.
Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange. Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsuga? What makes you think we have her?
He's talking about the chick with the I can't remember what her name is. The girl that came out and helped me in the last like dungeon thingy. It's gonna fucking bother me.
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say
The chick
I would
with the
also be
beauty
glad of
mark
my
thing.
sister's safe return.
Like, he ain't stupid. He knows what he's after.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Isn't this the problem, though? Like, when you think of this, of like, okay, not that it maybe overly matters, I'm overly thinking about this, but Asahi knows that we've got his sister. Lord Hien doesn't want to act as if we have her, but obviously he knows. So now that they know that we have her, not like that she's in jail, you know, she's just out strutting around, does that make it a problem? Like, you know, maybe we're doing it as a form of peace?
Of
I doubt that, though.
my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests.
Oh god, he mentioned honored.
Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
Wined and dined.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
So that guy's a true Garlean because he's got the third eye, and the other two are what, hiding it? Put a little foundation makeup on and you can never see it ever again. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not gained by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It makes his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps. Though I can't fathom that they would go to such lengths, Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy. But she is not Garlean, not even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows, which brings us to a little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Half note, you're well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on the matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. And while the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems that I have little choice but to accept regardless, with so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the Kami know when I'll be afforded another. But here we are. Shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows would then bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Bastion, let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alice company. We are safe enough for now. There she is. Chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Bastion. Though no weapons are drawn and negotiations no less a battle and the stakes can be every bit as high, one misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So, we're left with the eternal question. What to do while prattle on? Take the money and run. His forgotten home. Alce is pondering how best to make use of reprieve from the tedium of negotiations. Alright. For want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour on the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how people are faring in their own words, and not as if we'd be missed here, or will we? Bastion, a moment, if you would. Ah, Yuguri and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Bastion? Business? No, a pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It's truly an honor. Such heartful admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be a remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land once I called home. Though Lady Yuguri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He's not like one to come harm with you at his side. Will you join us? Oh yeah, be my pleasure. Why not? In that case, I'll join you as well. There's naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no final way to learn about the current state of Doma. Then it's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yangxia. Might we start at the town of Monzin? I would like to see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Those rain effects do look pretty nice. Where are you going? Fallgourd Float. That's where you want me to go? All the way over there? That I can do. Oh. Wait, really? That's a fake door? Wait, do you want me to go all the way around? Can I not really go? These places will never not fail to be more confusing to me the more I try to go around. Valley of the Fallen Rainbow, not Volley, you idiot. Sure is pretty though, Clark. Just how? Okay. You know how to fucking unlock flight when everywhere I turn and look, I'm looking for Aether fucking things. Like, could have been simple like World of Warcraft. Just here's $1 million. I want flight. Although to be fair, I don't like that in World of Warcraft just as much as I wouldn't like it to here. I understand the concept of getting acquainted on land with these things, so with the area you were in. Easy peasy, just fly. I keep jumping, and because I'm a white man, it don't work. Now they want people to experience the environment. Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair. It took World of Warcraft a very long time to learn that. Nay, can this truly be Monzin, home of the cream of Doma's samurai? I'd only heard that Yotsuyu intended to some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. Should have come to this. Indeed, the savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was a folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we begin to make amends for the senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. I mean, if you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we can proceed through to the ruins. You can also check on your menu to see if you're missing compass, currents, or Wait, there's a way of doing that? Like, I mean, I obviously know I'm missing... Like, I know some of them are offered through, side quests. Like, you'll get an ether current. Go to your big menu. Like, my character menu, like this one. I know you can't see it all. No. Big menu like this. We'll get there eventually, folks. Like at the bottom, I got character, duty, logs, travel, might be travel, aether currents. This thing? I'm looking forward to another no. Damn it. I was right. So I am in Yanxia Doma. So I'm missing like what, 4? That doesn't help. How do you know that they're quest currents? Because they're red? The icon next to them. Oh, so, I see. Instead, okay, I see what you're saying because they look like a quest, and then the other ones are. So, are the green ones mean that I've got them? Like they're 4 in green, or I'm assuming green means good. I thought we've gotten past this as a world, if it means that or not. Yellow's a quest, green is a compass. I have all of the compass currents, okay. And so I've done one quest, and red means I haven't got it. Okay. Some work to be done. One quest is probably an MSQ quest because someone... Yes, I have seen that some do are part of the main scenario quest just to sort of get your feet wet and whatnot, but... It's a travesty. A travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Perhaps we build it one day, when we have finished helping out our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true populace. The needs of the people must come, of course, come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to me seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you follow me, I'll ready our boat. The rest will be side quests which are denoted. So how would you know on your map which one would be like a purple with a plus? I don't know if that one was like relative. Plus sign means you get something for that quest, be it an ether minion. Okay. I didn't. People just like I can like my eyes aren't failing me. I don't know if it's just like a terrible way that they've decided to do that. Like this, I can see is relatively like a pink/purple ginkgo, and then all these other ones like look like a brownish. Like I can't tell if any of these ones that are plus, if that's purple or not. Like I'm zoomed in as much as possible there. And I cannot tell if that's like that. That doesn't look any different from Hungry Hog color to this one. I would assume that's just a quest that we get. Might just be me. Oh, hold on. I do have that stupid NVIDIA thing on. I mean, I don't think it's stupid. I like that it works, but that could be fucking around with it. Okay, so clearly it's... Now I can see that that is very different. But all of them are purple. Except for, yeah, all of them look purple. Like Fly My Pretties, that's probably no? Some are gold? I mean the one with the plus. I can't, I wish I could zoom in more, I can't. The one right next to Namui is gold. Or Namai. This one, Wolves and Weeds? Oh, no, that's okay. All the plus ones are purple. Okay, so I'm on right. So it's literally that filter then that's sticking around with that color. Simple enough, I guess. I do like the way that that filter pops with things like that. You know, it still looks really nice. But like that. It does look a little nicer, a little more pop to it. All right. I mean, that's one thing, like, you know, purely because I'm streaming just the main story quests. Like, I have literally not really done any side quests except for when I'm on my own and I've been trying to level up Bard or whatnot. So, like, that's the thing of, like, all these side quests. Some of them are, like, level 70, so I can't even level up Bard anymore. Like, it's just, fuck's sakes. Or if I want to play something else. Oh, God. Please don't die. Oh, is that like an entrance? Where did it cast off? Why are we casting off as a duty? Isn't this just a simple boat ride with drinks and booze?
Get back! I'm warning you!
Oh, here it is. Here's the problem.
Someone's in trouble.
No shit. Food's almost here. Be right back. I recognize this guy. He's getting in trouble with the locals.
Are you all right?
Hi.
Look at me, my fucking sword
What do they
glows.
want with you?
Jackass.
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
All right, let's kick some ass. Stand back. Just remember, you're the red mage this time.
Away with you! It is nothing.
I'm sure you want me to murder that captain over at the back there, but... assume they don't want to stand here. Leave them kids alone. Isn't there a song about that? I should probably not stand near the kids. Something about, hey, teacher, leave them kids alone.
The art of my forebears.
Reluctantly. Alright, who am I gonna murder here? I think I'm finally getting the hang of this. I'm using buttons that are flashing. Getting great. Oh my god, what are you hitting me with here? Please don't. Nothing that's gonna murder me. Please don't. Hey, look at that. That's 2 duties where I didn't die. You know, you go to the toilet, you take a poop, you call it a duty, and you call it a day. Don't forget to wash your hands, folks. That's the hidden secret.
That seems to be the last of them.
And don't pick it up out of the toilet thinking it's a chocolate bar or something. It might look like it, O. Henry, but that's not it.
You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
I'm welcome to stay in their nice hut. I look forward to that day. Who's gonna clean up the body? Someone contact the morgue?
We arrived when we did.
Something like that.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to
Back
stray
with
so far from the
munchies.
Ruby
Very
Sea?
nice.
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation.
What kind of munchies, if
Bereft
you
of
don't mind me
imperial
asking?
employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal.
Today is Indian, so murg makhani, or butter chicken, garlic naan bread, and mango ayasi.
You
I
and
hope I
yours have
butchered
fought
every single
fiercely
one
to
of those
change the
words.
Empire from without. But if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
True reform can only come from within. Huh?
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand.
There's
after
something
all.
about this guy's
During your
face.
time in
I just
Ishtar.
can't trust him. I mean, I can't trust someone if they have a bad haircut, but then you just keep working your way down further and further, and it just gets worse and worse. Well, yet this regrettable little... No, TV, why are you trying to shut off? I never wanted to do that. It did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. Few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least, few have lived to tale. Yes. Not wrong. Unfortunately, I've got to bounce out a little earlier than I anticipated. But I don't want to get overly involved in a bunch of story stuff when things are getting a little hot and heavy, and I feel like I'll stumble on into a cutscene with the introduction of a new face. But it's good to get back on into the things. Yes, we will do it again. Like I said, next week is looking far better to be back into the swing of things with a little bit of normalcy. I may have an actual schedule. We'll certainly see, but we're still just, playing it by ear as we go. So have an eye on the Discord. Maybe I'll always announce when we're live, regardless of that. So I want you all to enjoy your wonderful weekend, if and when it comes to you. So as always, as Kenny Omega says, it's time for me to bounce out and say goodbye and good night. Hit it, biscuits. Perfect. We'll see you later. Bye-bye, everybody. Later, Tater.